Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
Grand Rising, and welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, and we are still celebrating Women's Her Story Month. Yes, baby, Women's Her Story. We're telling her story. And as a matter of fact, we are going all the way to China, Shanghai to be exact, from the Sha to Shanghai. Armchair traveling right here, baby, with brother Rahsaan Liddell. He's coming right here. So you stay close. Send this video to somebody and let them know they need to tune in. And thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution on the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web on the Higher Learning Network TV show. And as we continue the show with the one and only, this is coming to the stage, coming to the stage, coming to the stage. He's here. And that would be our very own Rahsaan Liddell. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me back. Thank you for having me back.
Anytime we can go and we don't need a passport, we can do just what we're doing now. So thank you very much for being here with us, for taking us to Shanghai this morning. Shanghai. I forgot my greeting. Ni hao ma.
Yeah, ni hao ma. Yep, ni hao.
Now explain that for those who don't understand what that means.
Sure. So in Chinese, in Mandarin, the way they greet each other is by saying ni hao. And ni hao literally means you good, because ni means you and hao means good. So interestingly enough, we got this African-American vernacular English going this with the language, the way the languages merge in an interesting way. So typically it's translated ni hao means hello. And ni hao ma means how are you? Okay. How are you? Ni hao ma, how are you?
Okay. Now, can you tell us how in the world did you, for those who didn't see part 1, you can go back on our YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV show. For those who don't know, how did you even become immersed in the Chinese culture?
Okay, sure. So again, for those that perhaps hadn't seen the first interview, just introduce myself. My name is Rahsaan Liddell. I'm an educator. I'm a Chicago Public Schools teacher, and I am the founder of Global Pathways Education and Publishing. I'm also an African-American educator that's fluent in Mandarin because I spent nearly 10 years living and working in China. And my work centers on language, culture, and global citizenship. And the way that I ended up in China for nearly 10 years, it's actually kind of interesting. It didn't just happen in one decision. What happened is that when I was an undergraduate student and I was studying, I was taking a course in African American studies, and we were discussing the civil rights movement. And doing my work through the course, I came to the realization, and we discussed how civil rights wasn't just a local issue. It wasn't a national issue. It was an international issue. The struggle for rights and human rights and civil rights is an international issue. So that point kind of stuck with me. Also, I was taking a course I was a business major at Loyola University, and I took a course in international business. And at the time, there was a great deal of discussion about China as this emerging market and, how it was developing economically, so on and so forth. So those two things kind of stuck with me as later in life, I came across an opportunity to teach in China. There was an organization that was seeking individuals from the Midwest that speak what's considered standard English. And they were recruiting Midwesterners to go to China to teach English. for about 6 months. So 6 months led to a year led to two led to four, and
It got good to you.
it got so good. Yeah.
So give us some of the good.
Some of the good. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I found really interesting when I came to China is how much that we as African Americans were respected. You know, they kind of they felt that our struggle in the United States was comparable to the struggle that many people were in the world were having.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as related to, let's just call it what it is. Colonialism, imperialism.
All
Capitalism.
the isms.
Yeah, right. All these isms, right? So they felt that they had a connection with us, and they felt that our struggle was a part of their struggle as well, especially during that time.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. They often would invite different scholars from the United States to come there and speak. African Americans were well received.
What year was this?
This was back during the 70s. This was during the 70s.
Ah, okay.
When China was just beginning to open up.
Yeah. Okay. So now that China is open and China is in America, especially in Chicago,
yes,
growing populations. I live in an apartment building, and I have never seen. I've been here almost long enough to have a mortgage.
Yeah,
and I have never seen so many Chinese students.
mm-hmm.
They are here and they are learning.
Mm-hmm.
They are sharing, and they are teaching me patience. Yes, they are. Because they're all kids, and they all get on the elevator in the morning like this. Nobody speaks to anybody. Everybody's on their phone, and it's like, Zelda, you have to remember, you grew up in a time where that wasn't available.
Okay.
So you have to develop some patience with the young people and teach them what they are missing.
Yeah.
In any little way that you can.
Yeah.
So get out of teacher mode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and what you're saying, it speaks to the fact that we live in a world that's more interconnected, than ever before. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm working so hard to promote language learning. Especially Mandarin. Mandarin is the most spoken language in the world. And, to your point, China plays a major role right now.
Excuse me, but did you say Mandarin was the most popular spoken language in the world? WORLD, world?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes, it is. Yeah, a lot of people aren't aware.
Wow. So let's send people to the blog, tumblr.com, Higher Learning TV Show. I'll pull it up in a minute. But right now I want to scroll down. When you see HLN Daily News, you will know that you're at the Higher Learning Network TV show. And of course, we're celebrating Women's Her Story Month on thefemalesolution.com. You can go back there and see the other shows as well as YouTube, but I'll pull that up. But that's my story. But this is the story. Chinese women history. Emperor Wu Zetian, is that?
Zetian.
Emperor. She wasn't a queen. She was an emperor.
Absolutely.
We got to talk about that. So yeah. School us on that one right quick.
Absolutely. So, we're recognizing Women's History Month, and it's good to highlight this fascinating figure from Chinese history. So China has over 5,000 years of recorded history. And through that 5,000 years, there's only been one woman who ever ruled the entire empire as emperor. And her name was Wu Zetian, and she ruled China during the Tang Dynasty. And the Tang Dynasty was from between about 618 to 907 CE. And she ruled during the Tang Dynasty. And again, her story was more remarkable because she refused to be recognized as an empress. She insisted that she be referred to as Huangdi, which means emperor. Okay, and that was in order for her to assert her full authority as the ruler of the entire Chinese empire. So, yeah. And her story is actually personal for me, right?
Okay.
It's personal for me. So she was born in the city of Guangyuan, and that is a city in China's Sichuan province. Now, Sichuan province is located in the southwestern region of China. It borders the Tibetan Plateau. All right.
Okay.
And she was born in Guangyuan City, and I actually spent a great deal of time teaching in that city. Okay, while I was in China. So, so as you might imagine, she's revered in that city. They have landmarks to honor her, so to speak, as the only woman to ever rule the entire Chinese empire. So, Wu Zetian, Huangdi, Wu Zetian. So, yeah.
Who even knew that there was a Chinese woman who was an emperor?
Yes.
Who that title is reserved for the patriarchal system, not women. And she went gangster and went up in here and called herself an emperor. I love that. Anna, I need to be able to get that name right. Say that name right again.
Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian.
Emperor Wu Zetian.
Like kind of like Zetian. Yeah.
Wu Zetian.
Yeah.
Wu Emperor.
Yes.
Wu Zetian.
Very good.
He's a bad man, Lord, have mercy. Well, thank you for bringing that to light.
Yes.
And when we come back, we want to bring some more things to light of things that you have been doing in the community. You work with the Chicago Bears. Who knew? Reverend Jesse Jackson right there. There's a whole bunch more to come.
Yeah.
But I want you to stay close, and I want you to share this video with somebody, because somebody needs to know this history that we know absolutely nothing about. So I want to thank you for being here with us this morning. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about all this good stuff. Stay close, y'all. Share this video with somebody. We'll be right back.
Watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
And that's higherlearningnetwork.org. And be sure and check it out. Those are some of our students from the Betty Shabazz International Charter School. We teach podcasting. And we're also working on a project, Rahsaan, that I know you can appreciate it, but you can tell me about this if this is going on the other side of the world. Children are not being taught to write with pen and paper, and we are doing something about that. Everything is on a tablet. Everything is on a cell phone, and they are missing out on an opportunity that they know nothing about. And it is our responsibility as elders to keep this information alive, because they don't know. They don't know. So in your experience as a teacher, are students working more with their hands writing, or are they on?
It's the devices. The devices. We have an appreciation for technological advances, but unfortunately from my perspective, it takes away from, it's right there in front of you. You're you're interacting with the technology as opposed to letting ideas flow naturally and more naturally through the, through the writing, the process of thinking and the process of writing. and the thought that goes into creating. And that's part of the Chinese language. Each of those characters, it also it engages a different part of the mind, a different part of the brain. So the technology, it's all about the iPad. A lot of our curriculum is available to the students. Now, at the school that I teach at, we do try to balance it. We don't, allow them to spend too much time on the devices. We try to balance it. But yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you.
I am so glad to hear that. I really am, because we're just doing them a disservice, and it's a challenge, but it can be done. Would love to hear more of your comments this morning. Keep them coming. Lawrence Lenore says, our struggle connects us globally, but we are kept separated in our commonalities through media profiling. You better say that, Dr. Lawrence Lenore. Every single attempt for us to gather as a community is always finding a way to separate us. And that is until today. We ain't having it. We're not having it. We are working things out. As the song says, and we are working it out for you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I know I can't sing. Shut up, Zelda. Let's go back to the page. You worked with the Chicago Bears, and that is our beloved Reverend Dr. Jesse Lewis Jackson, who is now with the ancestors. And I did the little ashe this morning, giving a salute to the ancestors. Yes. Reverend Jackson is with us this morning. He came, made history, and left us with a legacy. Tell us how you became connected to this legacy.
Well, this image was actually taken at one of our events at the Chicago Soldier Field. I want to say actually this was a game, and Reverend Jackson was attending the game. He was on his way up to the suites, and I just briefly had the privilege of meeting with him, and he was an inspiration for me in a sense because. As you know, he believed strongly in international engagement.
Yes.
He believed strongly in that, whether he was negotiating with other countries for African-American opportunities, hostages. There wasn't anything that Reverend Jackson, he did so much for us internationally. And especially when it came to things like expanding opportunities for African Americans. So, in honor of Reverend Jackson, I think that language education is one of the ways that we can, open doors for young people. Yeah,
that is awesome because they need what you have to offer, and you have so much to offer. Let's scroll down. Is that our beloved Mayor Brandon Johnson? Tell us a little bit about these photos, where you were and what you were doing.
Well, the first photo let's see, this is with Mayor Brandon Johnson, and it was at a gala hosted by the Chicago Teachers Union, and it was there. Yeah, and it was there. He was there, and he spoke. Nina Turner was our keynote speaker at this particular event, and Stacey Davis Gates, who's the president of the Chicago Teachers Union. They were all there because we were trying to, it was a gala dedicated to labor and labor unions and how we have to maintain our voices and continue to concentrate our efforts on the labor movement and doing all that we can, particularly in Chicago and as a teachers union, to advocate for our students and to continue to speak with our representatives and our government to make sure that we have the funding that we need for our schools here in Chicago.
And there's a picture of you with the governor. And who is the lady with the white on?
Yes, that is the president of the Chicago Teachers Union. That is Stacey Davis Gates. I've had the opportunity to meet her on a few different occasions. But again, being a union member, we work together to try to do everything again that we can to advocate for our students and for the city of Chicago and for the labor movement in general. So,
and this is you speaking where?
So the Chicago Public Schools held a world language multilingualism, a forum on multilingualism, and the focus was on African American students and how we can bring language learning to make it more accessible to them. And so there was a forum, and we discussed the different ways to promote multilingualism in the African American community, and to come up with some ways to, interest some ways. So there's a problem, Zelda, when it comes to education. Schools want to introduce Mandarin programs, but we have a couple of different issues there. The primary one, of course, is funding, right? And the second one is finding qualified teachers in order to actually teach the languages. So those are two of the issues. So some of the things that we discussed at that forum, and it's one of the things that I'm doing with my book, trying to get around having to have a certified Mandarin instructor, for example. We can perhaps introduce Mandarin to after school programs and offer them a program that has audio or video to go along with the curriculum, and just have a facilitator direct the class. So we're coming up with some unique ways to get the language into the classrooms, into the daycare centers, into the after school programs.
What do you think it would take to get the Chicago public school system involved to make this an easier transition? How could we do that?
Yeah. Well, the Chicago Teachers Union, they just advocated for, fought for, and they had it written into the budget where we would extend world language education and dual language education. So that's been written into our latest contract. So one of the things that I know that we're doing is offering funding. And some schools have already picked up on, having started Mandarin language programs. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any, but they do exist. I just can't think of the names of the schools off the top of my head. So there is being progress made. But again, there's not a lot of funding for it. But if we demand it, right, if we prioritize it, right, we'll get it.
I certainly hope so. I couldn't pull this up. I think what I'm going to do.
We never spend time.
Because we don't want them coming at us about this music, I'm going to put it on the blog.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So people, because I want people to see this, and I don't want them to miss it because it's been taken down. So all we have to do is remember to go to the blog. We have something called the after show, and that's what you will experience. And so this little lady, she's part of that video, right?
Yes, she is. That's taken from, so again, working with the Chicago Bears, I had the opportunity to use Mandarin professionally. In that instance, it was during the NFL draft, a television crew from China, from CCTV. They were covering the NFL event for the audiences back in China. And because I was able to speak Mandarin, I was able to assist them. I was helping the crew. I facilitated interviews with players. So I was able to represent Chicago, represent Bears, the NFL, but I was able to represent African Americans on the international stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Yeah. And there you are representing, because I don't see but one brown face in there, and that's the lady in the back right there. Oh, there's one right there too.
Oh, okay.
We all over the place.
Yeah.
So even though the video is not on this blog right now, it will be on and we name it the after show. So you can go and come back and see that. So I'm scrolling down the blogs because there's a lot of information here talking about emperors, honey. This is Fannie Lou Haim. Hey, you better ask somebody. We'll talk about that. later. But this is Master Chun-Yi Lin. Heal yourself in just 5 seconds. Just please go to the blog. There's just a wealth of information. It's all about healing the mind, body, spirit. So be sure and go there because that is exactly where the information will be after the show. Oh, and we got a bunch of quotes, so let's go and see what some of those are. And Naima Latif says, my niece who lives in China is fluent in Chinese and spoke a few words in Chinese with our students at the Betty Shabazz International Charter School.
All right.
We can become multilingual. We are multilingual. We have it in us. We just need somebody like Rahsaan Liddell to bring it out. Yes. Lois Lenore says, language education can unite us in understanding other cultures as well as building our economies. Yes. Click that. Amen. And there's another one here. Cinnabella, my sister from another mister. My sister on the microphone. Cinnabella on Fridays from 7 until 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. The Diva, the Bronzeville Diva says, it is so important for us to learn and prepare ourselves as this world opens up to us. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And to that point, I mean, historically, Zelda, we have been encouraged to think, just locally, but again, today the world is global. So yeah, right. So if a student from Chicago can speak Mandarin and they can connect with people across the world, it changes how they see themselves.
Yes.
But it also changes how the world sees them. So that's one of the things that I like to focus on, the fact that they change how they see themselves and again, how the world sees them. Today, business, education, I mean, so many things takes place across borders. Before, so for example, if I could just give a quick example.
Please.
There was a time where, Zelda, if you called customer service, there was no doubt that you would.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Right. There was a time, right? But today, business is global. Communication
don't exist.
Global. Okay. Today, the person that you talk to on their phone might be from India. They might be from the Philippines. So my meaning is, learning another language makes you aware of this and makes you aware of opportunities that may exist that you otherwise might not have even considered. So, having our kids prepared for a global system. So,
and global we are, whether we like it or not. We are here. We are there.
The world's interconnected.
Excuse me. And we're going to continue to go there with our armchair traveling this morning. So don't you go anywhere. Tell somebody we got the last 15 minutes. Stay close and we'll be right back. And thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. And my guest today is Rahsaan Liddell, who is the emperor of...
Well, I ain't never do it yet, but I'll do my best.
You're the emperor right now because you showed us a sister. I ain't know nothing about like a woman emperor. Oh, okay. We go get back to that. Oh, and I pulled up the wrong thing. I'm trying to show people who eat across the world that there are people who don't really get a chance to eat across the world. They don't even get a chance to eat. If you go to our Instagram page, you will see HLN homeless.project. And I just want you to see the work that we do. And I put this up here, estate planning workshop. That was this past Saturday. They have it every month, but please go and look at it. This is the work that we do. This is the work that brings joy to our hearts. So please go and check it out. Here's this ain't the one I want to show, but I am going to show it to you. Actually, I'm going to show a couple of them. See how many tents are down here this morning where we can find some folks and feed them. That's my seatbelt chicken. There's our veteran Michael. Yeah, they don't go away. They may move them around. And it is Thankful Thursday. But I want to show you this. This is Chicago Avenue eastbound, right here at the corner of Albany. And on both sides, left and right, it is usually full of tents of our unhoused neighbors in Chicago. So can somebody tell me why they're not there now? Could it be it's because of election time? Is that food for thought, or is that food for thought? Those people are our neighbors. Those people are human beings. Those people that we turn our nose up. This is our YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV show. Please go there, like and subscribe. Those people need us. Those people deserve to eat a hot meal. Those people are people. That's my point. And when you go to our YouTube page, you'll get a chance to see some of the work that we do. I try to remember to put it all on a YouTube page as well. And I forgot to share this.
Do you have a product or service? Now. Have you written a book? Do you have an important event coming up? Are you running for public office? Your 30-second video ad will be streaming live on multiple platforms and shared with more than 100,000 subscribers on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Have you ever watched a program and an ad pops in randomly and you go, and you hit the skip button so you can get back to your show? On the Female Solution, we introduce your ad during a regularly scheduled break, so the audience will watch and listen to your message. There's no skipping what you have to say. Just select the advertising package that best fits your budget, and we'll help you get the word out.
And that is our executive producer, Naima Latif of the Female Solution, the reason that we are here on this platform in the first place. So now I can play the... This is Carrie for the underpads. They can sleep on those. So thank you very much. We appreciate that. Now that may mean that big right here underneath, like a drive. That pad may mean nothing to you because you sleep in a warm bed and you don't have that problem, but there are people who are sleeping on the ground and they need our assistance. Thank you, PAA Chicago, for your donation. Got a whole box of things. You know, sometimes these people challenge us, especially where patience is concerned. So I'm very grateful that I am learning to work through this, because sometimes they are so discombobulated when we get there. We got a great big old box of food sandwiches in front of them, and he's steady saying we don't have any food. So we have to adjust ourselves mentally before we go out and service these people, because these people are us. We have been taught to be divided, and that is not the situation. We are stronger together.
Agreed.
So that's what we do. So I apologize for digressing, but that's what I do. And if you would like to help some of these people, I want to give thanks again. It's on my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, for the what was it? Fundraiser. We just had the popcorn fundraiser, And please go to my blog. There's information there. You're going to be like, what? Zelda, are you serious? Yeah, y'all got to hear this one. I got to play this one. No, you need to hear it on your own because, yeah, lots of information, lots of good information. Hey, there's the Shy from the Shy to Shanghai. Lots of information. Lots of information. Y'all got to see it before they take it down. Oh, and I didn't tell you about the Jackie Wilson story. You can go on my blog. Go on my blog. It's in my blog. You go there and see it. It is now playing at the Black Ensemble Theater. And if you go to, I didn't show up. I keep forgetting to show up our Facebook page, Higher Learning TV Show. While you are here, please and thank you for subscribing to our channel so that we can help others help themselves. Is that what I was looking for? No, that is not what I'm looking for. I'm a little discombobulated here. I'm looking for the what do you call it? Facebook. Duh. This tea got me sweating like a pig and I'm hot and I can't. And I am thinking right. Okay, from the Shy to Shanghai, please go to our Facebook page, Higher Learning TV Show, and scroll down. As you can see, we are live, but this is the information from last night.
In support, you will not be disappointed.
All right. Get that part. Can you say that again,
I
please?
definitely can. Make sure you come out and support. You will not be disappointed.
Hi, my name is Donovan Session, and you are watching Higher Learning TV Show. Immaculate, great show. Jackie Wilson show here at Black Ensemble Theater. Loved it. Everything about it was phenomenal. The singing was great. The acting was great. The story was immaculate. And come out and see it today, okay?
And that's on our blog too, Higher Learning TV Show. So please go there and see. Intermission time at the Black Ensemble Theater. You can go and see that on your own. But I just want to have you go to our page, Higher Learning TV Show, and subscribe on our Facebook page. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate that. It is 7:55. We have about 3 minutes left, and I'm going to let you take it away and do what you do.
Okay. Well, again, Zelda, I want to say thank you for once again having me on the show. Thank you to your audience, your viewers. If I could just speak a little bit about my book.
Please.
Mandarin for the Culture, from the Shy to Shanghai. My book is unique. It's unique because of the representation. Most language learning books, Zelda, they don't expect the person on the other end to be African American.
No, I know they don't.
Okay. So the imagery, the names, the cultural references that you'll find in these books, they don't reflect the Black experience at all. My book does. It's got African American imagery, and it even has a few elements of African American vernacular English in there. Okay. So, I mean, the students, they see themselves in the book, and as a result, they feel connected. And this kind of serves a dual purpose, right? Because what happens, the book isn't exclusively for African Americans. That would be ridiculous to even suggest it. But what happens is that learners from all backgrounds, not only are they able to explore Chinese culture, but they're also to be exposed to African American culture and African American language at the same time. So, so that's one of the ways in which my book is unique. So, I wrote it because I realized that there was this disconnect in global language learning, and our kids have a tendency to disengage when they don't see themselves in that world. So I brought the world to them and brought them in so they can feel more. The language is relevant and it's something that they find value in. So please, if you have an opportunity, please go to my website, take a look at our book. And we are also offering something new. We're offering bundles now. So in addition to the book, if you purchase the book, you could get a bundle that includes an audio that takes you through all the pronunciation guide. And we're also offering a second bundle where you can have a personalized video that walks you through each chapter of the book. So we're differentiating and trying to make it more accessible for our young learners and for adults too. It's for beginners, but it's also for those that have some understanding or you just want to learn more about a culture outside of our community.
Thank you for sharing that. And you can go to globalpathwayseducation.org. And I want to send a shout out to Zoe Ma, who is a former speaker here on the Female Solution. She is the reason why I know what I know about China and living in this building too, because there's so many Chinese people in here. When I get on the elevator and say something in Chinese, that's gonna really mess them up. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, get them. Go get them. Go get them. Surprise them.
Yeah, I can't wait because they look at me.
Yeah.
She speaks Chinese. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let
me share a phrase with you.
Okay.
Zhao Shang Hao.
Zhao Chang Hao.
There you go. Zhao Shang Hao.
Spell that for me so I can write it down.
Okay. So the pinyin for that would be ZAO.
Okay.
ZAO. Zhao.
Now.
Shang. This is the second word. SHANG. Shang.
Shang.
And then Hao. HAO. How. Yeah.
HAO. When I put that in parentheses. How. So Zhao Shang Hao.
Zhao Shang Hao. Fei Chen Hao. Yeah.
That means what?
It means good morning.
Good morning. How? Go to Global Pathways.
Yes.
Education.org. You'll be glad you did. Move around with Deborah says Grand Rising, and thank you for this journey. Let's go. Amen. And thank you for being here with us on this journey. Lawrence Lenore says yes.
All right. Dr. Lenore, how you doing, brother?
And my sister says, Senabella says, it is so important for us to learn and prepare ourselves for this world opens up.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Liddell.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And I also have a website, which is RahsaanLiddell.com, where all of our offerings are available, including the books, including tutoring, and any other information you may need. www.RahsaanLiddell.com.
And I promise I will put that information on our blog. Thank you so very much for being here with us today. Leave us with a closing thought in Chinese and then translate it for us right quick.
Okay. 天天开心，身体健康, right? I hope that you're happy every day and that you live and your body and your mind are both healthy. 天天快乐，身体健康。
That. Okay, yeah, that. I'm just gonna stick with what I know. Zhao Shang Hao.
Hey, there you go. Zhao Shang Hao.
Thank you, Emperor.
I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Stay on purpose, stay in power. Stay tuned 7 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be just fine. Smooches. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for Kang. I love you all. Thank you. Peace.